Hi, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Monday, the 30th of December, 2019. We are using the oh so gorgeous Thelema Tarot for our message today. The shuffle was calm and short. It all happened very quickly, and I'm really excited to see the cards because the last moment, 3 cards slipped off the bottom of the deck. So let's get into those. Our first is the Star. Ooh, nice. Okay, the Star. You know it's a card of manifestation. It's a card of keeping the faith. In this deck, it looks like she's holding 2 cups, Ace of Cups squared there. She's looking to her guiding star. You can see a moon behind her, and to me, actually, that looks like her own sphere of influence. You know, there's your body, there's your energy body, and then there's your sphere of influence, and that's what that looks like to me in the background. So, what I'm feeling intuitively as I look at this card, I feel a connection to the messages we've had on repeat for about 3 weeks now, where we have surprise and delight incoming from the universe. For several weeks, I think it was in October into November, and we saw the High Priestess and the Death card come out several times. And what was happening there was that the High Priestess was showing us what was just beyond our physical vision. You know, she was pointing us toward what was in the periphery, that was energy that could be stagnant or no longer of service to us. And the Death card was accompanying her because the Death card was sweeping the deck, clearing the foundation for us. Then the messages started to switch up, where we started to see more 10 of Cups, more 4 of Wands, more 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups, oh my gosh, so many times over, Ace of Pentacles, and on it went. And the message on repeat for us was that we were making way for what was being divinely delivered to our foundation. We saw the Wheel of Fortune quite a bit there too. And just recently, the messages have continued in that vein, though we've seen the Tower a little more often. And the message of the Tower has shifted a bit in that it's not the universe tearing down a foundation, it's us. You know, the Tower is a card where the universe intervenes when we don't, when we do not self-advocate, when we've let something go or put something off and it can no longer be. The status quo can no longer be maintained. So a change has to happen, and the universe intervenes in such a way that that occurs. And it's usually with some shock and awe and quite a bit of dramatic egoic upset. This time, though, we've taken the reins and we've torn down our own tower and made way for this beautiful divine delivery system to drop on our foundation just exactly what it is we're looking to our guiding star for. So I feel that the star is representative of a shift in the messages again. And my feeling is this is what's going to be on repeat, because the star consecutively follows the Tower in tarot. So I sense we're shifting gears here. We've also had a message that there is something we don't see coming. Now, she is looking to her guiding star. In spite of that, she still won't see whatever the surprise and delight that is on offer to her until it lands solidly on her foundation. And that's cool, because we all love a really good surprise, don't we? I do love that her face is upturned toward that guiding star. Do remember, it is an 8-pointed star, which connects it to the Strength card in tarot. So we have the strength for this. Also, she's pouring the water out of these cups. She's not looking at it. She's not looking where she's pouring it. She's taking it on faith that what the water she pours is going into the river and the flow of life. She's in total trust and allowing for that. It's beautiful. All right, next card. 9 of Pentacles. I love this card. It is absolutely one of my favorites in tarot. You know, and it has a reputation, which I'm about to challenge. Its reputation is of the single happy person, and the Nine of Pentacles gets a bit of a cringe simply for having the word single attached to it. Because most people, when they're consulting tarot, are applying the message to their relationships. Family, friends, beloveds, you name it. We're all after the message for relationship. Yes, it does extend into career and how we are of service, of course. But as a tarot reader, you know, the first question I get, how's my relationship? So when we turn over the Nine of Pentacles and we hear a message of this is the card of the single happy person, then comes the cringe, the eye roll, and the heavy sigh. So here's how I want to challenge this card for you. When it comes to relationship, it's really important that you are a whole being. And it doesn't matter what the relationship is, to your own self, your dear friends, your family, or your beloved. To look outside oneself for fulfillment in another is not, it's not whole. It's not independent. It ends up being codependent. And so the Nine of Pentacles is really a card of personal achievement within your relationship to self, because when you have your whole self to offer, you have whole and fulfilling relationships all the way around. You know, another reason I love this card so much is that you have this serene being in the garden. She's got it all together. She's abundant. She's a self-made individual. She doesn't have to rely on anybody to support her. She's generous, compassionate. She can provide for herself, and she shares everything she has. And then underneath all that, she's got a wild streak. And no one suspects her of it. So she's a bit of surprise and delight in the reading, and adds to the message of the star over here. This woman could simply be this woman here. She has total and complete faith in the universe, her relationship to self, her relationship to the divine, all that is. And she manifests, she co-creates, and she brings her whole self to all of her relationships. So if this card is speaking to you of the single happy person, take it as an achievement. Pat yourself on the back for arriving there, because now you've got your whole self, not just pieces of you, to share with those who are near and dear and true to you in your life. Next card, Knight of Cups. Well, speaking of offers, hey now, here he is. We love this knight. He carries the Ace of Cups, you know it. So now we're seeing the Ace of Cups 3 times. So we've got the Ace of Cups to the power of 3 in the reading so far. We haven't even turned over any of the other cards. I can hardly wait to see what's here. But the Knight is coming from the Star and the 9. So he's carrying all of this beautiful energy in that cup. Where's he taking it? Into the 10. Nice. Okay, the reading is over. You can just switch off right now. The 10 of Cups, our favorite. Look at all the Ace of Cups here on the table. So sweet. You know this card is happiness, fulfillment, love, connection, bliss, joy, dreams coming true, manifestations, harvest. Excellent. This is a card of true happiness. This is the equivalent of the sun in the minor suit of tarot. Love it. All right. So let's take a look at these 3 cards again, and specifically the Star. The message is shifting. We're beginning to see evidence. And our intuition, we know, we've seen from the cards recently too, our intuition is dialed way up. And in spite of that, we still won't see that incoming surprise, which is awesome. Because, like I said earlier, everybody loves a really good surprise. And here it is being reflected in the 10. That's confirmation for us from these cards, the messages that they bring. Next card. The Chariot. You know, this is another super powerful card in tarot. The Chariot, pardon, he doesn't use reins with his horses. He drives that chariot with those horses by his will and his will alone. Well, maybe will and determination. Let's put it that way. He's determined. He does not hesitate. He has complete confidence, strength, and is in touch with his personal power. And this is a card of dynamic movement forward. Here we have it. You can see the momentum building here. And it comes out of the star into the 9 to this knight, onto the 10, and cycles into the chariot. So we are off and running with this beautiful energy. This is a card of sharing all of this energy. That's another message in that 9, sharing generously with those who are in our world. Ooh, and then we have the Fool, yes, because this is a whole new beginning for us. You know, we're closing out 2019, we're coming into 2020, and look at the energy environment in which we are doing it. That's fantastic. You know, the Fool is forever in some kind of precarious position. The Fool is 0. He is the beginning of the major arcana, and there's some question about his wisdom. Some say that he is wildly inexperienced and has no concept of consequences. Though if you run through the tarot, you go from Fool to the World, and then it all starts over again. So this is the Fool's journey through the major arcana, and he gains all the wisdom contained within those experiences of each card, and then comes back around again. So it's another layer. So how inexperienced is the Fool really? And I was reading recently about the Fool. Let's keep in mind the Fool is the one who has the ear of the court. The kings, the queens, the emperor, the empress, they all listen to the Fool. Consider that. So as we come into this new year, and as we come into these new experiences in our life, we arrive with a little bit of inexperience, but we carry with us our collective experience. This is why the Fool is traveling light. Everything he needs to know, everything that he requires is within him, and it surfaces as he needs it, as he needs to draw upon it. He has determination and will. This is the Fool sitting here in the chariot. It's pretty sweet. This could even be the Fool as the Knight of Cups, or the Star, the Nine of Pentacles, all of it. That's a lot of experience. That's a lot of joy. Oh, wow. And then you have the Four of Wands. You know, I continue to read about tarot because I am fascinated. The meanings are deep. The meanings are ever evolving. And I was recently reading about a connection to the Four of Wands and the Chariot. Oftentimes in the Chariot you have some sort of bower or covering on the Chariot itself, and that is connected to the Four of Wands. So this is about the Chariot creating their Four of Wands experience. This is the happiest card in the minor suit of tarot. I know I said that about the 10 as well. There's a connection to the Sun in this card, which is the happiest of the major arcana. It's the Four of Wands that creates the super stable, happy foundation that we are all investing our energy in, co-creating with the divine all that is to make this a reality for ourselves. And this card represents all the blessings that we have a hand in creating. It's beautiful. So we've got the Ten of Cups, two of the super happiest cards in the minor suits of tarot. We have the Fool, a new beginning, a fresh start, and we find ourselves in new experience, which is surprising and delightful, and the universe is delivering to that, and it's our own determination and will that has brought us here in our wholeness, deep in faith, with a lot to offer and a lot to be offered to us. Ooh, what a sweet reading. What a way to close out 2019, right? Let's move on to Angel Answers, and what a way to come into 2020. I'm excited for that. Okay, ask a question. I've already got a card flipping out of the deck for us. I'm going to put that with Chariot. I saw what it was. Ask a question if you have one. Let these confirm this reading for you. Or let it be a fresh message. Another one flipping out. Okay. Our first is take action. Yeah. That's why I'm putting it with the Chariot. You know what? It belongs right there with the Chariot and the Fool. Action is being taken. We're doing it. We are in motion. We are in movement. Every step is a step toward our dreams. Next card. Communicate clearly. Yes. No verbal clutter, folks. If it's in your heart and you need, want, desire to speak it, speak it. And don't take the long way around the barn with it. Be direct and make yourself understood. And also, when you're communicating, be a great listener. Really be a great listener. Truly hear what another person is saying to you and ask questions if you don't completely understand. And when you're sharing and you reach the end of whatever it is you're sharing, ask the person you're speaking to if they feel you, if they've gotten the message. No verbal clutter there. Next card. Oh, happy, happy. Big happy changes. Yes, you can see it in the star, in the 9, in the 10, in the 4, the Fool. Each one of these cards brings big happy changes, and it's the happy that makes the big change, and that's a choice. That's your choice. Nice. Okay, let's do an affirmation card from the universe has your back. We've got, I recognize that I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Yes, this is evidence of how you have chosen love. Fantastic. Fear is a great teacher. And fear is something temporary. It provides contrast and perspective so we can choose love. And when we choose love, this is the kind of story that evolves out of the tarot messages. Have a beautiful Monday, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Leave comments if it's in your heart to do so. Have a beautiful day. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste.